some extra energy. Do you want some
Yeah.
ginger? Or you want
Ginger.
ginger?
Yep.
Okay. So, ginger.
Getting bread, water, and milk for the hard workers on the farm. And because it's also, it is bright and hot.
Yeah.
I hate getting on these things.
I know. I told you, you first
Okay.
go here and then you hold him. And then
Okay.
shoo,
So,
hold him. Hapo sawa bro.
oh yes, there's a little farmhouse right next to the shamba, like right here. Right here. It's a little farmhouse. He's drying goat meat. The leg is still attached. Oh my god. It's a nice little decent area. You know, sleep, a little couch, a little coffee table. Yeah, that's cute. It's cute. Would you sleep in here, Isaac?
From the first day, this is what I want.
And how much were they?
This is 30 shillings.
30 shillings for one basin.
And yet we paid. In fact, I think the guy charged me 25. I don't know. You can imagine. No, well, look. This looks like a grave. This is a real place here. You see? And you remember the other time? It looked like a lesson. Like somewhere you can just.
So the basins this time are more square-like than circular, like they were last time, and they're bigger. There's more space in the basin.
Yeah. Are you recording?
Yeah. Yes.
So how do you call me? Isaac? Isaac. So let's go. Fortune of the island. Okay. You tell me at the count of 3 when you're ready.
Go.
Okay. Good afternoon. Fellow farmers. I'm so used to be professional.
Okay.
So, good afternoon, my fellow farmers. My name is Lennox Isaac Waisaka, and we are here at the Fortunes of Zion. It's a shamba, or it's a garden or a land located in Kamulu, a place called Rai. So, all this place, just over the other side, we have a river, which is our source of irrigation. We'll be pumping the water from our main source river to this other side. We use pipes and we use a generator. Okay? And then we have 2 people working on that, one to connect the pipes and one to irrigate. So we are standing on our 2-acre piece of land or 2-acre piece of farm. Now, before then, we did all this land to be cultivated and planted melons. So we had 2 varieties of melons. We had this other side, we had the Maridadi F1. This other side, we had the Sukari F1. So a lot of things happened in our journey of 4 months, which was supposed to be 90 days, but then it prolonged to 120 days, which is approximately 4 months for that. And as you can see now, God has remembered us, and we are blessed with some rains. So it's starting to rain today.
Yes.
Which means we wanted to plant, will not need to irrigate to plant. I'll see you soon. We are cutting it off because the rains are too much and we need to.
It's too much.
Yes. Sasa hii mvua ikiamua, mimi najua hiyo ni inatuanga.
Sasa nimeshakubali bana.
Sasa hivi nimekuja pa timing poa.
Vizuri sana. Kwanza wewe umekuja na baraka.
Ndio nisiweke maji.
Vizuri sana.
Ukwaje like we came with baraka. So baraka means blessings. So because we just kept on this land and then after a few minutes it started raining. So in a proper African way, we say, whoever comes and then strike to rains, we say, he brings the rains. Yes. So we proceed. So last time we had all this area with melons. We had Maridadi F1 in one piece of acre. We had Sukari F1 in one piece of acre. The main reason was to know which one will do better, and also to learn the characteristics of the varieties, and also to see which one is easy to manage and know the difference. Also to know which one has better yields and which one is less costly to practice or to farm. So we realized that after a month we had so many challenges. One of the challenges, we had very unpredictable weather. We anticipated that the weather will be a bit hot, but the cold season prolonged, which they were supposed to stop in July. They prolonged until September, which is weird because we didn't expect that, and that means it made the plants be stagnated. So the growth rate was not what we had estimated, given that the plant we are doing, the seeds we are having, these are hybrid seeds. They are precisely given a life, like a lifetime thing, which means it's a duration. When they say it's 90 days from planting to harvesting, they mean 90 days. And if it's not 90, then it just can go extend to 100, but it cannot go further than that. That means if it goes further than that, the veins will wilt and they will die because their lifespan is finished. So you have to do it in that sequence. So we were supposed to get the flowers. The flowering was supposed to start in the first to the second month, which never happened. So we saw our first flower in the second month, which means we were late with 1 month down the line, which affected everything. After the 3 months, we started seeing the fruits. Now the fruits were only on this one side, which we did Maridadi. This other side for the F1 Sukari, we had nothing coming out. We had small of them, and from there I started taking notes every time I visited the land. So we realized, number one, this other soil was well aerated, and I think the fertility is better compared to the other side. Also, it means the soil drainage was better here. It could hold water for quite some time, unlike the other side. And as you see, melon is more of water. We had one challenge as well with the management. I can say the entirely process was 90% failed by poor management, because I and my partner, uh, we were not based at the shamba, so we had other people managing the land, and I used to come every Wednesday, which is once in a week, to see what happens. But I realized one thing: the irrigation was done poorly because they did not feed the plants with enough water. This also was uh, caused by the fasting. As we said on the first video, that in farming it's the fine little or tiny details which matter. We had small basins, very tiny basins, which were not nicely done, which means, or which led to poor water draining. The basins could not hold water at all. They were so small, they were shallow, so once you irrigate, the water escapes. So the basins could not hold water. Now, as you can see, or maybe just we can finish and see now, from that marked our first failures. And then after that, when the flowers came out, after the flowering, we realized that we delayed in applying the chemicals for the pests. So we have our worst visitor, which was called the melon flies. They invaded our land, and so the fruits came out, yes, but they were already infected by the melon flies. So which means they led to unhealthy fruits. Already they were infected. We expected to have 3 fruits in one vein or in one plant. We ended up having 1 fruit per plant. Some of the plants, they never even had fruits at all because the flowers were dead, and the flowers equals to fruits. So without the flowers you have no fruits basically. So there was almost everything was poor, but we started reviving it, and I realized that the problem was with the management. So we had to do some few changes. That's when I met my other 2 new guys. We call them Solomon and Mwangi. They came in and did a very wonderful job, because at least I could have, disqualified this land and say that the land was a problem, but at least I knew it was the practice which was not done right. And with these guys, we managed at least to take it through the last stage of the month, even though we never harvested as we wished, but at least we saw some fruits coming out. And then that's when we realized that on this land, or on this side of an area, the melons did better than compared to the other place. And the breed we had planted here, or the variety we had planted here, was Maridadi F1, which I'll show you. We had the Maridadi, which is this, and so we had Maridadi and we had Sukari. So Maridadi did better on this area. So because we knew failure was part of the business, or was part of the growth, we decided not to relax, or we decided not to lose faith in it. So we learned from our mistakes, and we wanted to do it the right way this time. And then I realized there was a lot of dishonesty as well. So don't trust people too much. Always be there for your farm. And one point to learn: you cannot be doing farming remotely, not unless you have a very nice team down there. But your presence will matter a lot. Otherwise, they will surprise you, because until the last week of harvesting is when I realized that actually we were not going to harvest anything at all. But before then, we were pumping in money to revive something which was already dead from way before. So you realize that the germination you can have a 90% germination rate, but the flowering side is a very, very crucial moment or stage in any plant you do. So once we lost that stage, which was only a week, it costed us everything. So as a result of this, we are happy to say that God has channeled us again to start our venture. And this time we wanted to do things different. We decided to have 2 different crops in our land. So we'll be doing onions and we'll be doing melons. So we'll only concentrate on melons. We'll only do on the part which did better last time, which will be this one. And for the onions, we'll do it on this other side. So for today, I am happy to introduce our small baby called the Maridadi F1. So this is what we're going to plant. So we decided not to go very big on this, because we wanted to do better management. So we found it well to start managing it with half a kg first, and give it the best management and see how it does. And when it goes well, next time we're coming high, we're going to do like around 3 acres of this. And then with the onions, we decided to go big on it. So we'll be doing 1 kilogram of onion seeds. So it's important to always tell your viewers the type of seeds you are doing. So we have the onions. The brand of this onion is Neptune. Now Neptune is a product of a company called Amiran, but with the combination of Hazera. So it's the Hazera, it's a new brand. So we'll be doing Hazera That's the brand of the company name. The crop name or the onion name or the breed is Neptune F1. With this one, we have Amiran as the company or as the brand, and then the name of the breed will be Maridadi F1. I will demonstrate our new method of doing this the right way. So if you watched our previous video, we had a very small or shallow basin. This time we have a very big basin. It's almost 1.5 meter wide, and so it's a 1 meter wide, 1.5 meters along or across. So in the basin we will plant differently. We will not have seeds on this area. We will only concentrate on planting seeds on this area and this area. So we'll leave these sides. I know some people will ask why. The reason is because this is the second basin as well. So we have the basins which are close to each other. The only thing which is separating them is a heap of soil, just course. And then if you realize what in each two basins we have one long furrow. Now this furrow will help in case we have the rains, so this will help in drainage. Okay, so the reason as to why we don't have spaces in between here, but we have a space in between the basins, is because we anticipate to have 2 seeds here, 2 seeds here, and 2 seeds here. So basically in one line we'll have 1, 2, 3. So we'll have 6 veins or 6 plants. Okay, now these plants, once they crawl, because as you know, watermelon is a leguminous crop, it crawls as one of its characteristic traits. So once they crawl, the fruits will lie on this ground or on this space. That's why we've left a very big space here, which means this is a melon. The fruits, the plant will crawl to this side and the fruits will lie on this ground. The reason why we've left this space is because once we irrigate, we don't want the fruits or the leaves to be in the water. So the water will be inside here, but the fruits will be out here, which means less diseases and better management of the crops. So I'm standing on a half an acre land. We have 200 basins here. Today, being the 10th, it's a Wednesday, we purchased the seeds. So tomorrow we're going to harvest, which will be 11th of November. So we will be planting here tomorrow, and we expect 90 days here with nicely cultivated and managed melons. Will be so 11th November to 11th December, that's our month, we will be expecting flowers or flowering. From the 11th December to 11th January, we should be already having fruits all over. Now from 11th January to 11th February, we will be having mature fruits, and the beginning of March or end of February, we'll be harvesting. That will be 90 days to 99 days. And for the onions, tomorrow we are going to do our nursery preparation. So as you know, for the onions we'll need 4 months. We'll need 1.5 months on the nursery bed, and then 3 months on the land. So that's why we've not prepared any basins for them, because we still have ample time to prepare the basins slowly as we have them in the nursery. So tomorrow it will mark the first day, and so it will be 11th November to around 20th December, they will be in a nursery bed. That is exactly 1 month and a half. They will be in a nursery bed, and then we transplant them from a nursery to the land. Now, once we meet again in our next video, we are going to show you our onions basins, and it was a pleasure having you. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow Pieces of Lyrics, and my name is Lennox Isaac, and we'll see you again in our Fortunes of Zion in Kamulu. Thank you. And also, Eric, I think this is important. You can capture that.
Optimizer.
This is an optimizer. So this is what it's 100 ml. We are going to use this for our onions, and then this other one for the melon. The main work is to it acts like a catalyst. It's to
speed the germination.
Yes, to spread the germination rate.
How to break the
dormancy. It actually
seed
it's
dormancy.
for breaking the seed dormancy. True, ni ukweli.
Kwa sababu ya ile shock.
Ni ukweli. So there we go. Those are the onion seeds.
Nice. They're teeny.
Very tiny.
You plant each one
Yeah.
one by one?
One by one.
Oh, okay.
Unajua wewe kusema guy.
Yeah. Hiyo sasa ndio itatoa nini kamche kamoja na ndio itakuja kuwa one bulb. Ndio itakuwa
hasa kumaanisha hapa tuko na milioni. Hii niliko.
Wewe acha kuongea hiyo.
Bwana mimi naona hii
jamaa kwanza bwana.
Naona hii kitu itakuwa basi mingi sana.
Hapana, hii nilikwambia hii nita make sure imeingia vile nilikuwa nakwambia.
Hiki tunataka kuniambia ni moja hivi. Yaani una plant hivi.
Mwishowe najua ikikoma. Nilikuwa nakwambia tutatengeneza vitu kama hizi, alafu tutakuwa tunakata line kama hizi kuonyesha vile tutafanya baadaye, sio kwa hapa kwa shamba. Unaona kwa shamba itakuwa hivyo. Alafu sasa tunaenda tukipanda kama unaona?
Moja kwa moja.
No. Hivi. The whole basin.
Hiyo ni basin 1.
Yeah.
Then basin 2.
Sasa hizo population hiyo
bwana. Hii ndio project.
Wacha tuombe Mungu kwanza germination iwe excellent.
Excellent, yeah.
Yeah.
Ndio nasema hii itakuwa project, manake I just na imagine the process iko ndani ya hii kitu. Ni process kubwa sana.
Of course hii kumwaga tu peke yake na kufunikia na nini, na unajua itahitaji nyasi, itanichukua the whole day, even 2. Lakini kumwaga
now, only seed preparation will take 2 days. You can imagine how much of a hassle that is, because it requires very high concentration point, and the guy has to eat ugali and nyama choma. Otherwise,